Hey Rose, it's Monday, June 2nd. Your video on Friday about Maya Angelou was incredible. I had no idea there were so many facets about her life. She seems like the kind of person who just wanted to experience as much of life as possible, to which I can totally relate. And respect. So, ever since we got back from New Mexico, we've been discussing things of humans' past, human history, ancient ruins, cave art, things relating to our ancestors. However, the world around us hasn't stopped, and while we were thinking about our past, several events that'll affect humanity going into the future has played out. So let's talk about them. So for starters, after the US House of Representatives passed its budget for next year, NASA made off with a budget increase of $250 million, which is great news for the advancement of science and our species in general. NASA brings many scientific advancements into reality, like the Kepler mission, which discovers a new planet almost every day, or a project they're working on now that uses infrared light beams to give high-speed internet access to the moon. Internet on the moon. Recently, NASA also committed to having people on Mars by 2035, which will be a huge step in stretching the reach of humanity into the stars. The thought of colonizing other worlds seems like science fiction, and honestly is probably pretty scary to many people, but that doesn't take away from the necessity of reaching the goal. Think about it, every human who has ever lived have all lived on the same grain of sand floating around our galaxy, which to me has always seemed kind of like an all our eggs in one basket situation. With experiments like the Kepler mission, whose job is to discover exoplanets, or planets around stars other than our own, we've now discovered thousands of outside worlds. Data like this can give us a whole new ability to understand our universe. For example, a recent report from the University of Texas that estimates the number of planets just in our own galaxy that are capable of hosting life at around 100 million worlds. Among the hundreds of planets discovered by the Kepler Space Telescope so far, one in particular, Kepler 10c, has been exciting scientists worldwide. You see, exoplanets are really hard to find, so we usually only detect the really big ones. And these big planets tend to be gas giants like our own Jupiter or Saturn. However, Kepler 10c is a rocky planet, similar to Earth, except that it is 17 times bigger. The things that are going to start happening in our lifetime are a constant beam of hope and excitement for me. Watching science fiction become reality is one of my favorite aspects of the relentless flow of time. For example, just last week Virgin Galactic got approved to begin its commercial suborbital space flights by the end of 2014. That means this year people will start being able to buy a ticket to space. Yes, please. I'll take two. The human drive to explore is written in who we are. Combine with that the fact that we already have internet on the moon, a solid plan to get people to Mars, and then eventually mega-Earths like Kepler 10c, and what starts as buying a ticket to space this year could end up a galaxy teeming with life. And the awkward, hairless, lanky apes who made it happen. Rose, we will see you on Wednesday.